Oh, okay, you ready?
I am ready. I even have something. If we need some here, I've got some things.
Cool.
Let's go.
Welcome to the Buckhorn Podcast. I am Martelle, and with me always is Randy. What up, Randy?
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. We did that already.
I mean, we recorded before the New Year, though, so
We did.
officially Happy New Year.
So this would be what? Fifth year? Starting our fifth year of recording?
Yeah, well, I guess our fifth year technically starting
Well, it wouldn't start till like June or October.
June
but
will be our
this is
5-year anniversary, right?
Yeah, so this is our starting our fifth year. of
Yeah,
recording.
something like that, yeah.
Cool. Hey, look at us. 5 years.
5 years, 5 beers.
Longer than
Raise
most
them up.
other people.
And give us cheers.
And
It is.
same amount of followers since day one,
Maybe less.
potentially. I'm glad we don't do it for them.
We do it all for the nookie.
Something. Oh, this week has been very exciting,
For you.
adventurous week for me.
It's been adventurous for me, but in a negative way.
Well, no,
But-
you look at the positives and things. That's so.
New year, new you? Is that where we're about to go?
No, New Year, same me. So I'm not doing resolutions. I'm not even doing dry January this year
Oh, yeah.
because now it's like a thing.
It's always been,
It
Sober October's a thing.
Yeah, but dry January wasn't really a commercialized thing. This year, I've gotten ads for dry January, like, here, make these mocktails. OHLQ is doing shit for dry January. I'm like, oh, you guys can fuck off now. Like, once it became mainstream,
You're out.
I'm out.
You're such a hipster.
I am.
Why not do, instead of like dry January, why not do it with a month that would like fit better? Like, instead of July, you could do dry. Wait, would the Jews get ticked off?
I wouldn't.
How much Jewish are you?
Like,
You got a little Jew in you?
a little more than there is black in me.
It's amazing that you have straight hair.
I know. I do have slightly darker complected skin, though.
Then what? Did somebody that has slightly whiter skin than you?
Yeah,
Than an Irish ginger?
which I'm Irish, too, so
That's funny.
I
Only
am
from the
Irish.
waist down.
Oh, shit. From between my belly button and my thighs.
You got a tallywhacker. I was about to try a Irish accent, but then I was quickly heading towards a British accent, a very bad one at that. So we'll just leave that be.
Yeah, we'll leave that be. So I hand you a glass. We're going to let that sit and open up a bit.
Okay.
But yeah, so this week, well,
You and AWOL.
I'm going to jump back a couple weeks. So a couple weeks ago, Ohio had their Ohio bottle lottery, and I always enter, and I never win. Well, this year, I didn't win either, but I did enter another
I
bottle
used
lottery.
to not win, but I still do too.
Right. This year, I entered another bottle lottery from A. Bowman Smith. Is that right? Did I say that right? A. Smith Bowman, sorry.
Yeah.
A. Smith Bowman. I always get it backwards. Dyslexia sucks.
Those were whole words, though.
I know. Well, words. I transcribe sounds.
I transgender sounds.
That too.
All right, so you won in
So-
Virginia.
So I entered this lottery in it.
The problem-
A. Smith Bowman, and forgot about it. I'm like, I'm not gonna win. Whatever. I never win lotteries. Got an email. Hey, congratulations, you won. Son of a bitch. Cool.
Look at me go.
So I just kind of like, all right, whatever. I'll see how far the drive is. It's 7 hours.
Yeah.
It's like
Which we talked about. You're like, yeah.
Yeah,
Screw that.
I don't think I'm going. Fuck it. Like, I don't know that it's worth it. Go to Florida, and I was telling my brother-in-law about it, and he's like, "Get it or don't get it." He goes, "Whatever you decide, doesn't matter." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get it." I said, "I don't know that it's worth driving 7 hours to pay $100 for a bottle
That you've never had.
that I've never had."
We've not had anything from this distillery.
It's not available in Ohio. The only thing available from A. Smith Bowman is called Bowman Brothers, and it's like a $30 bottle. That's it. That's the only thing in Ohio.
It's interesting.
And I've
That
never
we
seen
can
it.
only get that.
Right, and I have never seen it.
Okay.
So, ended up, Jose and I were talking about it a little more. And he's like, well, if you decide to drive, I'm actually going to be in D.C. the 6th, 7th, the 7th through the 10th, 6th through the 10th. He goes, I have to go up for work.
Yeah, I thought he retired.
Well, he still works he retired from the Army.
Oh, okay.
He works as a civilian contractor.
Blackwater?
Yeah.
Okay. He's an assassin.
Yeah, it's I'm not going to say it in Spanish. Negro agua. I guess I am going to say it.
Look at that. It was funny. Just like I thought it was going to be. It worked out perfectly.
So,
oh, we got to start a water company just so we can call it Negro Agua.
there is actually a company that sells black water. I've put it on my Instagram account.
Where did they get it from? Flint, Michigan?
No, it's like charcoal infused water.
Oh, gee. Beth got me a charcoal infused toothbrush. Santa did in my stocking 2 years ago, and it's still sitting in the package in my bathroom because I'm afraid to use it.
I actually use charcoal toothpaste.
Do you?
Yeah. Crest has a charcoal toothpaste that I use.
I use charcoal for toilet paper, whole lump.
That's the problem.
But I turn it into diamonds. Oh, can you get it? Yeah. Shine bright like a diamond.
So
stick a lump up there and squeeze.
So he's like, he's like, I'll be in
DC.
In DC. If you decide you're gonna come, he goes, I've got my hotel room has 2 beds.
We can spoon.
Yeah, so we'll spoon from across the room. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna go. Fuck it. He's like, all right, well, if you change your mind. Well, then I started doing a little more research on the bottle, and I found out that.
Wait, there's a show or movie with Vince Vaughn, Jonah Hill, and Ben Stiller. Go back one. Huh. Yeah. So that's a thing. Sorry, this is a terrible podcast. Martelle turned on the TV so he could show me stuff, and
things came up.
Yeah, it popped up,
and now I can't see shit on my screen because
we are set up and we're ready. This is really good podcasting. Spoon from Across the Room is the name of my Oingo Boingo cover band, by the way.
My new company name is going to be Negro Agua. I can't wait. So I was pulling this up so that I could pull up my Instagram account.
Do you ever think people in Mexico or Spain or Portugal or somewhere like Negro Agua is Blackwater in English, almost in American?
Yeah, it's American.
Judd's newest thing is, how do you say this in Spanish? And we're in the car the other day, because Beth's been teaching him a little bit, like how to count in Spanish.
Yeah.
And we're in the car, and he's like, how do you say mirror in Spanish? So Beth's like, okay, Google, how do you say mirror in Spanish?
Beth's not teaching him. Google is.
Well, she was teaching him how to count to 10.
There you go. A me.
But he's like, how do you say handle in Spanish? Like anything you can see. I was like, okay, let's stop.
There you go. She's still listening as you're still talking.
Alexa, shut up.
There we go. So that is. Hey, Google, cancel. Twat.
Google's just. We should put it closer to your mic and just let it translate to Spanish.
We're going to give Google a mic and start having a conversation with it.
That'd be awesome.
Except Google won't have a conversation with you.
Really?
No.
Dumb.
It's a question answer based or command based thing. So yeah, so there was a company called BLK that is like it's the water's black and it's like a charcoal and other shit in it.
It looks kind of purpley with the sunlight shining through it.
It does. I got it for free. It wasn't bad. It didn't taste like charcoal.
Charcoal?
It tasted like water. Nothing.
Well, it's good that water tastes like water.
Right. So anyway.
Did you ever check your DM? Because La Navale is waiting for your reply.
Oh, well, hold on. Let me check. This was also like back in March.
Okay. Let's get back to what you were talking about. So you go out to Virginia.
So I end up, well.
Oh, did I jump ahead too far?
God, would you quit giving away ruin the goddamn story. Fuck it. Drink your shit and shut up.
Okay.
No. So I get back and decide that I'm sitting here, fucking tired as shit.
Gray skies.
Thursday night, I just look at Liz about 9 o'clock and I go, I'm going to Virginia tomorrow. She goes, what? She goes, are you fucking serious? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to Virginia tomorrow. She's like, why? She goes, like, why have you made this decision to go get this bottle?
Spur of the moment seeming decision.
I said, well, think about it. I said, I won a lottery. I won the opportunity to buy this bottle. I said, the bottle is 144.5 proof. So it's super fucking high. Hazmat bottle. I said, it's, as far as I'm concerned at this point, this is like a once in a lifetime chance.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity. I said, so I'm just going to drive out there. I said, when we get the bottle, I said, I may just drive home. She goes, why don't you stay with Jose? I'm like, I don't know. I said, I don't want to be a burden on anybody. I said, I'll just drive out there and get it and come back. I said, or I'll just make the decision and stay with Jose. I said, whatever. I said, I'll let you know. So I get up at 5 o'clock, and by 6 o'clock, I'm on the road driving to Virginia. Hit the still. Nothing happened the entire way. I was pissed. I wanted shit to talk about.
Just an easy drive.
Goddamn thing happened. Didn't see a single cop sitting on the side of the road. In 7 hours, didn't see a single cop on the side of the road there.
That's like, you're the only person in the world that would complain about that.
I know. And well, it's not that I want to get pulled over for speeding, but I mean, I wanted to see a car on fire. Something. Maybe like somehow some asshole decided he was going to come down the exit the wrong way and like head on somebody. I mean,
I wanted to see people die, death and destruction.
I would have been happy with a guy jumping off one of the overpasses.
Or just see somebody throw their infant out the window at 70 miles an hour.
I mean, anything. A kitten. Nothing.
I just want to see a semi take out a baby deer.
I don't even think I killed a bug on the windshield. So get there, and I walk into the distillery, and I'm like, yeah, I'm here to pick up a bottle lottery. And she goes, name, and then need your ID. I'm like, all right. She goes, we have a distillery tour and tasting. They're complimentary if you want to do that. They start at 2. I'm like, well, shit, that's 20 minutes.
Good timing.
Sign me up. She goes, well, we won't give you your bottle yet then. There's no point in you walking around carrying it during
True.
I said, all right, fine. So I do the tour and the tasting. It's a really small distillery. 22 employees total.
Nice.
So
their small batch is super small.
Yeah.
They come out in tiny barrels.
Tiny barrels and tiny bottles.
With little... it's Keebler elves working.
They may even be, yeah.
The Christmas is over, so they're back to the distillery.
They burnt down the tree and kidnapped the elves. So did the tour in the distillery. They're using the same copper stills that when they moved to this facility. So they started back in Kentucky, and they were they were distilling everything there. Now they've moved to Virginia because they moved what was it? They moved from Kentucky, they moved up to Virginia outside of Fairfax, and then they had like 20,000 acre farm where they did everything. Jeez. Then that farm got bought.
It's a big farm.
It is a big farm. Or maybe it's 10,000 acre farm. Either way, it's still a big farm. That farm got purchased, and the name was they didn't keep it Sunny Valley. The name of the farm, I think, was Sunny Valley Farms. Well, the developer changed the name of the community to his name, Reston. Sunny Valley sounds so much better. And
Sunny Valley sounds like a juice or a salad dressing.
It could be both. It's a juicy salad dressing. So anyway,
grapefruit flavored ranch.
They go through all the stuff. I was thinking more like cucumber water flavored ranch.
Ugh, I don't like cucumbers.
They're not bad. Depending on which brand. The English ones are better than the American ones.
I heard they're smaller, though.
They are. They're not as juicy. They're a little dry. So we go through the tour. They take us up. They show us the stills.
I saw that big column still you posted. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Did I post that?
Yeah.
Okay. So... yeah, another column still there.
I mean, how else would I have known about it?
Well, because I posted a column still from the trip a couple. I don't know. Did I post shit yesterday on Instagram?
I'm pretty
Or
sure.
the other day? I may have. I don't remember. It was
Instagram, Facebook. I think it was on the Buckhorn Facebook page. I thought.
it probably came from Instagram because I don't post anything really on the Buckhorn. Bunch of douchebags over there. What? What? Yeah, I did. Okay. Anyway, you're right. I'm wrong.
I know.
So we do that. They have we went into the barrel room, like where they dump their barrels and do all this stuff. And then we came out and she showed us this. It's basically it's a vat. It's an oak vat that typically is used for wine. So essentially what they have is an enormous infinity barrel.
Nice.
And I think I posted that vat.
It's like one of those wood-fired hot tubs.
Yes, it's like a very much a larger version of that. I did not post that photo. So they have this huge vat that they're constantly putting in and taking out of. So she's like, we started using this, I think it was 20...
Just bugs dying in it.
Probably.
Dead mice drowned in it.
20 years ago. She goes, with our original batch.
Jeez.
She goes, so there is probably still some original batch in that
I mean,
mixed in with everything else.
A small percentage of it.
It'd be super small. But so they have a continuous infinity barrel that they're constantly
That's pretty
going
interesting.
through, which is really cool. I would probably say if they're doing that, my opinion is they have the longest and largest continuously running infinity barrel.
I've never heard of anybody else doing it.
I mean, there are other companies that they'll do an infinity barrel, like where they'll just mix all their shit together.
Right.
This is a mix of...
But it just keeps going.
One thing that just continuously goes.
Yeah.
So that's interesting because I even asked.
So they moved this from Kentucky and all that?
They moved, no, not this. They moved this from this facility. They moved from Fairfax or in that area from Sunny Valley.
So they've been in Virginia a while then?
They've been in Virginia for a while.
Okay.
And then they were in that process of moving from Sunny Valley to where they're at today. They got with Sazerac. And they said, hey, while we're in the middle of this move, can you supply us? Here's our recipe. Can you supply us with our mash bill and our distillate and everything else? So they did that, which they continued to do after they moved. So they don't distill their mash bill at A. Smith Bowman. So they don't do any of that there. Buffalo Trace does it for them because Sazerac bought A. Smith Bowman under the Sazerac name about 10 years ago or so.
So what are they distilling there then?
So the difference with this whiskey, bourbon, is it's distilled 3 times. So most is distilled twice. So what they do is they distill it at Buffalo Trace twice, ship that up to Virginia. They distill it again.
Okay.
And then they barrel it and age it in-house.
I wonder if they're using doublers on their stills too, because a doubler essentially is 1 run equals 2 runs.
I don't know. That would be a Buffalo Trace thing.
Huh, that's interesting.
Because it's triple distilled. And when you taste it, you'll be like, it's different. It has like a different mouthfeel to it than normal. So on the nose, what do you get?
I get.
Oh, and this isn't the bottle, the barrel.
Not the 144.
It's not the Cask Strength 144. This is the J.J. Bowman single barrel that is 100 proof.
I don't know what I get.
It's different though. Like this actually smells like what the distillery smells like. When you walk into the distillery, you're like, oh, damn, that smells so good.
Smells like blood, sweat, and ball sack.
No, that's a gym. It's usually Planet Fitness.
Oh. I didn't think you were allowed to sweat at Planet Fitness.
You're not really allowed to lift weights at Planet Fitness. But you can have pizza parties and they put candy bowls out for everybody. So I get a lot of baking spice.
It's definitely, yeah, there's not a lot of sweetness to it.
No.
I was looking for caramel or vanilla. I don't get much of that.
No. And I don't think you're going to.
Yeah, it's very, it almost smells like, this smells like a, I want to say a rye, but not a rye because it's not black peppery. It's a different kind of
It's
spice.
It's like baking spices. It's like a combination of like nutmeg and
Cumin,
no, cumin's not a baking spice.
paprika. I get some oregano. A little bit of chives.
It's very spicy.
I'm just trying to think of any spices I know of, and I don't know of many.
Yeah, you're thinking of all the spices that are not used for baking.
Green onions. Alfalfa grass.
Those aren't even spices at this point. You're just naming vegetables.
Asparagus. Yeah, definitely baking spice, though. It's not
So allspice, nutmeg, little bit of brown sugar, like burnt brown sugar, not just your
like
molasses out of the bag.
caramelized brown sugar.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say caramelized. I'm thinking like
Or the
put brown sugar on a board
Yeah,
and hit it with a torch.
yeah.
Not even like burnt.
Okay. Oh, you know what I'm getting? Oh, what's that called? What's the
Marzipan.
No. Yes. Gargamel. No, what's that dessert that's very that you toast it at the end on the top?
Creme brulee.
Creme brulee.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting.
Okay. So
I kind of want to say souffle, and I knew that wasn't right.
no, a souffle will fall if you jiggle it too much. Kind of like you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the one thing at the tasting they told us is, which I haven't heard at another tasting and never really put any thought into it, is to taste it 3 times before you make a decision.
Well, we usually talk as we're tasting it 3 times.
Right.
So I've never heard that either. But initial taste, I really like this.
It's very soft on the mouthfeel.
It's not very oily.
No, but
Like my mouth still feels clean.
Yes.
It's a bad way to say it, but
no, that's it. But it's soft. It's not like
yeah,
it's like cotton candy soft, like that mouthfeel of cotton candy melting on your tongue.
fluffy.
Yeah,
But I get the chestburn of 100 proof. Again, I don't mean that in a bad way. I just know that I'm drinking whiskey, bourbon.
right.
Yeah, initial was really good. I get some of that sweetness.
There's
Creme
sweetness.
brulee-y stuff.
Yeah, creme brulee or burnt sugar. It's not even the smell is burnt brown sugar. This is like a burnt sugar smell or taste to it, which I don't think I've ever had. It's not sweet.
It's not. It is, but it's not.
Well,
that
no.
makes any sense.
I'm talking about the burnt sugar is not like a sweet taste. It's like I don't know. Whatever burnt sugar tastes like. I can't describe it. There's not an English word for it.
Somewhere in the world, there are people that taste different confections, and they're
It's
like,
Negro Agua.
it's somebody sitting there going, "You know what this burnt sugar tastes like?" A. Smith Bowman.
I mean, whatever.
So I've had my second tasting. Very good.
This is fantastic. Dude was not wrong about this. I should have picked up another bottle because it was a limit too. That's a shame. I guess I'm gonna have to make another trip to DC.
This is good.
This is really good.
This is really, really good.
And it's on the second taste. It got sweeter.
I just had my third. It got softer.
Yeah. I can't call out anything in particular. I mean, there's an oakiness to it, maybe a hint of vanilla, some burnt sugar, creme brulee.
I say creme brulee because when I eat creme brulee, it's not fake sweet. It's not sugary candy sweet. It's a quality sweet. It's like this is something I would expect to have at a higher end establishment with a nice meal. It's a good. I bet this would pair really well with a lot of quality food made with quality ingredients by somebody who knows what they're doing.
Like me.
Just like you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man, this is a good sipper.
It is. Now I want to do something, so I want you to save that. Don't drink any more.
Well, I was going to wait because I had a feeling you wanted to do something.
I do. So don't drink any more of that. because I also have, and I've had them sitting here. But what I want to do is we're going to go and we're going to do the Cask Strength. So I did this one first as basically a primer.
Okay.
Because
sip some water, clear my palate.
Yeah, because we're gonna go from 100 to 50% to 74% real fast,
Yay.
or 72% real fast.
We're going from 87 octane to race fuel.
Fucking jet fuel.
Just blazing down the track.
So there's that. Now this is the bottle lottery bottle. And if you compare,
it's got a great color.
It's the same mash bill. Okay.
Yeah, they look great.
It's the same mash bill. The Cask Strength is a little darker.
I can see it real good in your glass from my angle.
Yes.
Because you're holding up and I see the natural light hitting it.
It is a little more amber in color than just the single barrel. So this is a 10-year. So what's the single barrel is, I think, a 6-year. I think. They don't put age statements on the bottles. She specifically said that. So, during the tour. So we're standing in front of that big vat, and I said something about, so how's that vat work? I said, because once you take, the whiskey out of the barrel, essentially you've stopped the aging process, but you're putting it back into a gigantic oak barrel.
Is it charred oak too, I'm assuming? Or is it
lightly charred?
Lightly charred?
I believe so. I said, you're putting it back into an enormous oak vat. I said, so does the aging process continue? And she goes, well, no. But yes. She goes, the vat is so large, she said, that it's not, and it only sits in there, like the accumulation only sits for maybe 60 days at a time or 6 months at a time, depending on how busy we are, that the aging process, there isn't really an aging process. She goes, but if we didn't do anything for 5 years with that, and we pulled something right out of the barrel, she goes, there would be a distinct difference in the two different whiskeys.
Well, yeah, I mean, it happened.
And I said, well, yeah, I said, that would, if 5-year difference, I said, but even 60 days would make a difference.
I don't know if it'd be discernible.
It wouldn't be discernible, but it'd make a difference. I mean, you would be able to pull it up on a micron scope or some bullshit.
Yeah.
So anyway, so this, the A. Smith Bowman is Cask Strength, 10 years, 144.5 proof at 72.25%. And I had some. Jose had some. This shit is fire. In fucking fuego.
You almost got it.
Fuego. In fucking fuego. Coño fuego.
Donde está? This episode is sponsored by El Spanish del Babblefish.
Yeah. Duolingo.
You go hang out with Jose for one weekend.
One weekend, shit.
One night.
17 years. 15 years, however long my sister and him have been married.
Ooh,
so, yeah.
It smells sweeter.
Smells way different than the single barrel. And it's the same mash bill.
You know what? I smell the charred oak in this, like, hardcore.
Oh, yeah.
You can smell, this smells like a whiskey stave, barrel stave.
Yeah, it is. And that's exactly what you're going to be tasting. You're going to take a bite out of a whiskey stave at this point. Just latch down. So go ahead. I've had it, so go ahead. You now follow up with another one.
Oh, I'm going to. Oh, that's good.
You want it?
Definitely more tingly on the tongue.
You get that Kentucky hug. You get that Kentucky deep throat.
When I bring it up to my mouth, my eyes kind of
it's very astringent.
The vapors. You definitely, now there's a lot of burn on the tip of the tongue. Kind of the tip middle tongue thing, if that makes sense. First third of my tongue.
It's
not as much in the chest as I expected.
It's very smooth. I love that word. Smooth.
It's hot.
But it's hot. And it's almost like hot tamale.
Yeah, it's got a.
It's got a. There's a cinnamon. Not and it doesn't. I say hot tamale, and I hate candied cinnamon, but it doesn't have that candy cinnamon taste. It has that candy cinnamon feel.
Yeah.
So when you're eating
That
a
makes
hot
sense.
tamale,
Or those red hots, those
or the
little
red
hard
hots, yeah, when you bite into those and you
Yeah.
get that heat that comes out of those, that's the feeling, not the taste.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like candied cinnamon.
But it has the feel of candied cinnamon. But it also it's everything tastes like burnt vanilla, burnt caramel, or charred caramel. It's not in it, but it's sweet at the same time. It's not offensive.
You know what? You told me it's like 144 whatever proof.
Yeah.
Way better than I expected it to be.
Oh yeah.
Way better.
Well, you also had a 100 proof primer.
True, but
We went.
nonetheless,
We
I
went at
want
it
water
straight.
between them. But
Now I did not try this with additional water in it.
that's what I'm wondering.
But what I wanted to do was mix the single barrel
Oh,
in this. So if you want to take, you don't have much left, and I'm not going to give you more.
I was taking baby sips. I feel like you poured yourself more of your whiskey than
I've
you
only
poured
had
me.
2 sips so far.
Or maybe I just take bigger sips because I have a big old mouth.
That may be the case, but this is so
The better
good.
to eat you with.
It's almost got a citrusy. I'm
Almost.
picking up
I can-
something
yeah.
citrusy on the front, and then it lingers with that tamale heat on the back.
I'm intrigued because I want to try them individually with water, but I don't have that much, and you want to mix them.
Well, you do. You know
So-
what? What do you want to do? You want to try just do them both with water and not mix them?
I don't think mixing them would. I don't know because I'm intrigued by the whole story of the vat. But
Well, the Cask Strength didn't go through the vat.
no,
So-
but I'm saying just that whole concept of mixing their whiskeys and
So we're finishing off the tour, we go down and do the tasting. The tasting, they gave us three deals. We could do, or not we could, they did a vodka, which I don't like vodka that much.
vodkas. Yeah,
And it was,
there's some vodka drinks I've had in the past, but
yeah, it was, they did straight vodka, which just tasted like mineral oil to me, mineral spirits.
Yeah.
Just like, ugh. That same smell that it has, it's just like, ugh. It's not, ugh. And then she came around with ginger beer, and I hate ginger beer. I'm like, yeah, let's see if we can make this better. It just made everything worse
yeah.
because ginger beer is fucking disgusting. Like, I don't like Moscow mules.
Oh, I love them. I love Moscow
So-
mules.
Then we did the next one. I can't remember the name of it. It's their port finished whiskey, which is the same essentially as the single barrel.
Just
Just
finished in port
finished
wine
in
barrels.
port wine barrels. I didn't like it either. I don't really like port wine finished.
Yeah, I mean,
barrels.
I like the Angel's Envy port wine finished okay.
I don't.
Just not at $50.
I don't like it
like
at
it.
all.
Yeah, well, that's fair.
But
I like things that's finished in either bourbon barrels or rum casks more.
yeah. So we did that, and that one was heavy on like raisins and dates, and it was super dry, like just like that
Yeah, I don't
feeling
like-
where it sucks all the moisture out of your mouth.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And that's why I don't like the port finished whiskeys. It's because I don't like that dry
Yeah.
taste. And then they did gin. Oh, I fucking hate gin too. It's like drinking Pine Sol.
Well, I learned there. Somebody told me because I mentioned having a gin and tonic, and they're like, "What kind of gin do you like?" I was like, "I don't know gins." The first one I was ever introduced to was Bombay and tonic,
Yeah.
and then I mentioned I've had Seagrams and Tanqueray. He's like, "Oh, you like the more floral, whatever." So, and I drink a dry gin or whatever he said. I don't know, and I was like, "I don't know the differences. I
Yeah.
just don't know
It
gin."
it wasn't good. Like I didn't.
I've never had gin straight, so
I couldn't appreciate it.
Yeah.
So, but out of the 2 gins I've had straight, this was maybe better. It was more citrusy, but it still had that Pine Sol.
like a cleaner.
Yeah. You could scrub your floor with it.
Yeah,
And then they did basically a bourbon cream as a finisher, which was good. It was very, very, very caramel heavy. Just, it was good.
Look at us 5 years in finishing each other's sentences.
I know, right? So then went up to purchase my stuff, did not grab the single barrel initially. I can't remember which one I grabbed. I wanted a rye. They didn't have any ryes. So I grabbed the single barrel, went up to check out, and I said, so how many bottles were released for this Cask Strength? She goes, well, I can't tell you that. She goes, I can tell you that 3% of the 3% of the bottles released went to winners of the bottle lottery. Randy's dying right now.
Man.
Yeah. So she said 3% of the bottles went to the winners. I said, oh, okay. I said, so what are you doing with the other 97% of the bottles? And she goes, they're gone. And I'm like, what do you mean you're gone? She goes, we didn't bottle it.
They're in the barrel?
They put it back in that gigantic vat.
In the vat.
So, after hearing that, driving to Virginia for 7 hours to buy a bottle that literally no one else is going to get made me super happy.
Good deal. Good for you.
I was super happy. And I also asked if I could buy another bottle from somebody who didn't pick theirs up. And she goes, absolutely not.
Because I'm taking it home when nobody's looking.
Probably. So and then I asked if I could get a spent barrel also and was told no. I'm like, well, you guys didn't do anything with them. Can I get I'll just throw it in the back of my car. Be fine.
Yeah, nobody will know. Shh.
Well, no, everybody can know. I don't give a shit. I'll tell everybody. So, another bottle that no one else is going to be able to get. You're welcome. I do it. I really do it for you guys.
Right. It's all for you guys. You'll never taste it.
Like my Instagram account said, I do it for you guys.
So, dude doesn't have this bottle then.
Nope.
Ha, suck it, bourbon hunters.
I'm going to be getting a call.
Yeah, you are. You surely are.
I'm going to be
from probably a few of our friends. More your friends.
I'm sorry. I'm all out. So, all right. So
instead of you, everybody's like, "Yep, there's a boating accident. Lost all my guns." You're like, "Yep, boating accident. Lost all my whiskey." Had that bottle on the boat. Was fishing. Went overboard.
It's gone. So let's do water then. You want to add water to the single barrel and to...
Oh.
God, I don't know why fast food places still make that. That's fucking annoying.
Let me play you the song of my people.
Yep.
No, I won't even do it. All right.
Mute button for the win.
Added water. So we're going to do the 100 proof first with water?
Yes. So you might as well do the single barrel with water. I put a little bit in. Swishy.
Now, I'll tell you what. I like them both. The single barrel I would sip on first before I touch the
absolutely.
Strength.
So
not because mainly, I mean, the availability is nil on the Cask Strength. It's done.
It's dead.
That barrel done.
It's done. I want to try it as an old fashioned.
Oh,
But now my new mission is to try to find whiskeys over 130.
Okay.
That's what I'm looking for.
I mean, we can do whiskeys over 130.
Yeah, no, we can. We just did one. But my goal is to now look for whiskeys over 130. I mean,
technically, moonshine is whiskey.
Well,
it's not aged whiskey, though.
She made a comment about that. She had pulled out a little bottle of White Dog, distillate, whatever you want to call it, and she goes, "This is not moonshine. We pay tax on it."
Yeah, that's the difference.
So, but I still want to get moonshine and barrel it for a while and see how that works. Like, get with Mike and get his contact to get us.
I've got a contact I can get some.
Yeah, but we both really like that one that he had.
That was really good.
And I haven't had your contact, so
fair. It's corn whiskey. I don't think you'd like it.
Well, the other one didn't have it. It was corn whiskey, but
yeah, the one didn't taste very corny.
Not taste
corny.
Butthole corny.
Corn nuts.
So, but I want to do that, but I want to try this as an old fashioned. And when I was down in Florida, my brother-in-law has a bottle of a Old Forester barrel strength, similar to what Mike sent us in the group chat.
Okay.
So, and we opened that and tried that, and holy shit, Old Forester at 130 is amazing.
Yeah.
Really good.
Nice.
So now my goal is, like, yeah, I'll still buy some things here and there, but I am looking for 130 plus proof bottles.
We're turning into the bourbon hunters.
No, because I'm looking for hazmat bottles.
True. Taste that with water.
I'm not specifically hunting and standing in lines and doing all the other bullshit that they do. Ooh.
A little different.
It opened it up.
It did?
It got a little spicier.
I was going to say, it definitely changed I think it's less complex now.
It is. It simplified it.
I don't think I like it as much. It's not bad. I just think I liked it neat better.
I would probably go neat on this more so. Now, I will say this bottle, not in Ohio, is readily available. And it's a $60 bottle.
Well worth it.
It's worth it. I would probably pay $70 for it if that was what the retail was on it.
Let's go ahead and rate it.
So neat. Neat, I'm at a 3 neat.
I'm going to say 3.5 neat.
Okay.
I really liked it neat.
With water, I'm not even going to rate it because I wouldn't do that again.
I'm not either. I was going to say I'm going to stick with 3.5 neat. I really enjoyed that. That is a good sipper right there for me. I mean, look at the way it's just hanging onto the glass.
Yeah, the tannics, the legs. Yeah, it hangs out. I like it.
Fantastic.
It's good. I'm glad that I picked that up.
I'm glad you picked it up.
So I know you are. Drinking all my fucking whiskey. All right. So then the Cask Strength.
I'll set that aside.
The Cask Strength doesn't smell as stringent now as is astringent.
It smells sweeter.
Yeah. It mellowed out with the water.
Not as charred oaky.
It smells real sweet. It actually has a faint caramel smell to it now than it had before.
Interesting.
It's dry. It's like it's got that dry wine kind of feeling to it where it's kind of sucking the moisture out of your mouth.
Yeah. It changed the flavor.
It's more got like a burnt caramel versus a burnt sugar. Like you can smell the caramel in it. And it's a little more caramely now, and it became dry.
Yeah, that's why I was perplexed when I took a sip and then I drank some water and I sipped it again to make sure it was like I was feeling the same way.
It's almost like what doesn't taste like it. It's what a Sour Patch Kid does to you. It just
First
sucks.
It's sweet, then it's sour.
It just that sour sugar just sucks all the moisture out of your tongue and makes your tongue feel swollen and fat. You don't have that problem.
Yeah,
but
it's always swollen and fat.
But that's like the description that I can give to
the viewers.
The mouth feel. It's not like velvety smooth like it was. It's not harsh.
No, it's not. It's not bad.
Dry.
It's just different, and I don't like it as well.
No, I don't like it either. But it's still going to make an amazing old fashioned.
I'll be honest. I expected water to help both of these, and I don't think it did.
It didn't. So rating wise, this one gets a 4. I'm at a 4 on this Cask Strength.
I'm at a. I was going to say 3.5 because of availability, but I'll be fair and give it a 4. I'm hashtag blessed to have been able to try it.
I mean, in reality is we can't even factor availability in with this one.
It's really good.
I got it. No one else does, so it's available to me.
It's definitely more expensive, but you're paying for
it's $100
proof. Yeah.
I'm
saying more expensive than the other one.
Well, yeah, it's more expensive, but for a super high proof, usually those are $150, $200 bottles from what I've seen. This is $100.
I'm perplexed.
They did it for the people.
Just like you do.
Yeah, I did it for you guys. I suffered through 14 hours in the car.
And now we're suffering here reviewing it.
And sleeping in a really nice hotel room overlooking the Capitol, seeing the Washington Monument and the Capitol building and Jefferson Memorial. It was an awful experience that I put myself through for you guys.
I can't believe you had to pay for that room, too.
I know.
It was terrible.
Yeah, it was awful having to pay nothing for that room.
Do you know the miles per gallon the FJ gets?
I got some payback on some taxes that I had been paying into with that room.
We should all be getting that room then.
The U.S. government paid for that room.
There you go.
As I overlooked the U.S. government as the House was in voting.
As they've ruled over you.
And it was awful.
Terrible.
And then I had to drive all the way back to Ohio, which actually was awful because I don't want to fucking be here. The dread of driving back.
He is sacrificing for the listeners by living here.
Yes, and I even stopped and picked up pizza on the way home. A tray of pizza.
Miserable.
From DeCarlo's in Wheeling.
Terrible.
On the way home, it was terrible. I
so
suffered for you
that.
guys. I'm like Jesus at this point. I suffered for you.
Oh man, yeah, same thing, exact same thing.
Yeah. So do you have both of those left over? Or did you drink them both?
The Cask Strength's gone. I was like baby sipping that, and it's gone.
All right.
So I can't mix them. So you'll do the mixing.
I'll do the mixing.
Problem is, you're mixing with water now.
That's fine. They both have water in them.
Yeah.
So.
And I got a little bit of the other one.
Ooh. It's sweet and astringent.
Yeah?
It is way different.
Well, I'm sure.
Super. I don't know. My brain's confused. Because it's still hot. It's still got that Cask Strength heat to it.
Yeah.
But it's taken on a sweet corn and caramel flavor that it wasn't there in either one of them.
There must be something there that wasn't there before. I'm shaped like Mrs. Potts.
Oh, yeah. I could do that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good deal. Well, I'm glad you got a couple good bottles that you never had and had a good trip and had a good time.
I mean, I didn't get it for me. I got it for you guys.
Yeah, right. I mean, what I meant to say was thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm glad that you got a couple bottles for us that nobody else will have.
You're welcome.
I don't know why we don't have as many listeners as some other podcasts.
Because our listeners are loyal enough to not share the experience.
Both of them.
That we have some listeners that share. But
we've had more guests on our show over the years than we have listeners actively.
I think so.
I
think we're probably right. So
I still think we have more listeners than we know of.
I'm sure we do.
Because I was listening to the other podcast in Ohio I've talked about before, and he was like, they run the same thing. Like they blew up. They've done the live shows, the cruises I've talked about.
Yeah.
And they've been at it just over 5 years. They're like 5.5 years in. And they said they'd bump into somebody they knew from high school or whatever. And they mentioned one of their episodes. He's like, I didn't know you listened. Like, you never say anything.
Yeah.
I think we have listeners like that.
That's
okay.
It is, though. Isn't it?
Yeah, I probably like them better than some of the other ones we do have that we hear from.
Like Garrett?
Yeah. Nah, we don't hear from Garrett. I do.
Not anymore.
You don't. Yeah.
So, great. Hey, I'm glad that I got you for you guys.
So, if you can't find this bottle, don't pick it up.
Well, you won't find the Cask Strength, but if you can, or you're going to be passing through Virginia, because I think
man, why am I belching so much?
What the fuck did you eat at Wendy's?
I had a junior bacon cheeseburger and a water.
That's why.
Because one junior bacon cheeseburger?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's fucking gross. It's greasy. Ugh.
Still love them.
No,
I get one about every 3 months.
When I got the last time I got Wendy's, it was a raw burger, and I'm done.
Well, see, I haven't had that experience. I'm the same with. I did the Captain D's, or not Captain D's.
Nuts.
Captain D's nuts.
Got him.
KFC and Long John Silver. That's what it is. I got Long John, got food poisoning. Months later, like 6 months later, got Long John again, same one, got food poisoning. No, I can't even
You didn't learn your lesson then.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, strike 3.
No. Just fool me once. That's it. One strike.
One strike, you're out.
One strike. I was going to talk about resolutions, and we didn't even get into it.
Yeah.
Oh well. All right. So I don't know that JJ Bowman is available anywhere outside of Virginia. To be honest, I think it's only available potentially in Virginia.
You know what? Google it wherever you're at.
But if you're going to be in Virginia and you hit up one of the ABC stores, because they're a regulated state just like we are, grab a bottle.
Yeah.
If you can grab two, grab two. It's absolutely worth it.
I would try to get some if I was going that way.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Sure.
They had cases and cases of this shit, and I would have loved to have just grabbed a case and walked.
Oh, yeah, that would have been nice.
But
then you don't have to pay for it.
Yeah, they had limited of 2. So, yeah, it was good stuff. I like it.
Very good.
I'm happy with it.
Happy.
So I'm going to let this sit, and we'll see how it is. I'll see how it is in a couple months.
Good. If you want some of those whiskey cherries to make some old fashions, let me know.
I got some.
Did you get some whiskey cherries?
No, but I got something almost better. They're called filthy cherries.
Ooh, kinky.
They're not stored in alcohol, but
they're stored in pickle juice.
They're stored in pickle juice. No, they're like a Luxor cherry or Luxardo cherry, whatever the fuck those things are.
Yeah, I don't
the
know.
Stupid expensive ones. That's like $20 for 4.
Nope.
But I bought 2 jars of this filthy cherries at Publix while I was down in Florida.
Nice.
And they are great.
Nice.
So
there you go.
All right. The Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitters.
Insta, Google, Tweetstagram.
Only the Instagrams, though.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Thanks thanks to A. Smith Bowman for allowing me to win this, and this will be a good show on Monday when I tag them. I told them that I was doing a podcast about it, too.
Good.
I think I was talking to one of the owner's granddaughters.
Nice.
Or the founder's granddaughters.
Even cooler.
Because she made a comment. She's like, and my grandparents sold the distillery to Sazerac. Or my parents, or whatever it was. I'm like, oh, okay. So maybe her name's Sarah Smith or Sarah Bowman. I don't know. Anyway, that's it. I'm Martelle. He's Randy. We're out.
Goodbye.